gentlemen, today we're going to be reacting to some Eddie Van Halen Eruption guitar solo. Now, I've never, being a guitar player myself, I've never dabbled in that kind of, like, how did, what is it? Stuff like that. It's never really been my jam. However, I can give props where props are due, and where talent lies, I'll happily watch. Now, let's see why Van Halen was as big as he was. You know, I know one thing for sure. The solo that he did on Michael Jackson's, was it Beat It? Yeah, it was Beat It, wasn't it? I think it was. It's a sick solo. You can't deny it. So, one thing about Eddie Van Halen is he knew how to make a melodic solo that's memorable. And you can't deny that, whether it's your kind of music or not. See, this isn't really my typical genre, but as I say, I'm open-minded and I look at it objectively, and I can only assume that this is gonna be sick for those who like this kind of music, and for the skills that, because he was kind of an innovator, wasn't he? He was like kind of the first to do this. So I'm intrigued. Hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into this. Let's go.
Alright, so now comes my favorite part of the show. It's my favorite part of the whole evening. We've been on tour since March, and I have no better time, any time than right now, because I get to go sit down, have myself a nice cold one, and listen to the greatest rock and roll guitar player in the world, Mr. Eddie Van Halen.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Sick. I'll tell you what, I don't condone smoking, guys, and I never have smoked, but there's something cool about it when a guitar player puts one in his mouth and starts ripping. Sounding animal. the accuracy is crazy. Right, one thing that you have to admire the accuracy, because when you are doing things like that, like what I've never done, you got to think, I don't even know what the hell they're doing. Is he? Like that, the accuracy of where he's just going from his pick down here, like, and then he's like, bro, the accuracy's crazy, especially when you're here, because you got to think, yeah, the frets. That's the first fret, and as you get closer to the bottom, look, the frets get closer in between, so your accuracy's got to be even better. But how's he? When he's, mate, makes you feel very whack on guitar when you watch this man. See, this is it, right? You can't take nothing away from that. The actual technique and everything is incredible. Yeah, it really is. The problem is it your type of music? Now, this isn't my kind of music. I wouldn't listen to this ever. And I'm just being... this is just personal preference, do you know what I mean? But I have to look at it objectively and subjectively at the same time. Subjectively, it's not my preference. I wouldn't listen to it. It doesn't really have... Like, right there was a bit of melody to it because it had that riff, but it just doesn't do nothing for me. I don't get no emotion from it, no feel. It doesn't hype me up. It doesn't make me feel relaxed. It doesn't make me feel energetic. It doesn't do none of those things. Whereas if you do listen to a solo from, like, David Gilmour, Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb, that's my kind of scale of guitar. Like, you haven't always got to be fast to be the best. But in some people's opinion, they prefer that. If that's your genre, then you're in for a treat, aren't you, ultimately? And you might think you're not a fan of that slow, melodic David Gilmour solo. It's all personal preference, but I just don't see any emotion in this. But again, coming back to objectively, you wish you had those skills. Let's all be honest. It would be sick to be able to do it. Because it's cool. It is cool. I wonder what he would do if he had an acoustic guitar, if he could do something similar to that. That's actually worth checking out. See if he's got anything like that. It's cool as well because he, like, invented it, basically, as far as I know. Oh, is he hitting the back springs? Nah, that's sick. Yo. That's sick. For those who might not know, he's got his volume pedal in his right hand. Sorry, his volume knob in his right hand. So he's just going like that with it, which is turning it up and down instantly, in rapid succession. So it's just going, and it's giving it that wobbly effect because it's obviously going from quiet to loud instantaneously, which is sick. Because you also got to think his left hand is creating all that sound. Just his left. There's no palm muting going on, which means he's got to be muting the strings as well as playing, so none of the others are ringing out. Because he's got so much feedback on that guitar. If he's letting one string just ring, you're gonna hear it. So he's having to mute at the same time. Now that was sick. On a level, what the hell? That's crazy skill. He was doing, so he's got like two notes playing, and he's not only doing that now with one finger, he's doing it with two at the same time. I wouldn't know where to begin. What? How the? And not only that, he's sliding away from it, like. Nah, oi. Again, if you like these sounds, then everything he's doing is even better. Like again, the sound, it doesn't sound. So this is the problem. It doesn't sound very good, but it really is cool. But there's only so much you can take from it, take of it. So I'll be like, I can hear this for this 13 minutes, but then it's like, I don't want to hear any more. You know what I mean? I've got to be brutally honest, guys. I don't want to lie to you. You know what I mean? I'm not one of these reactors who's just going to be, you know, BSing you. But listen, the techniques he's doing right now are actually, I've never seen techniques like that. I understand why he is the G of it, because that's crazy. It comes to a point where you can't even learn anymore on guitar. Like, your actual genetics can only do so much. And I think that is beyond majority of people's genetics. sitting down and still keeping the accuracy is mad. That's sick. Damn. Drums were cool. Fair play. So yeah, let's conclude it. Objectively, insane. It really is. Pure talent. Like an innovator. Like no one was doing that back then, and you got to give him props for that. Put it this way: if I was in a heavy metal band and he said, "Right, you can choose a guitar player you want," I don't need anyone other than the man himself, Mr. Eddie Van Halen, because he can do it all, and he's doing things I haven't seen before. That must have been wild at the time when people, because I've grown up in a generation where I've seen these things like just swiping through YouTube and stuff. You see people doing all this crazy stuff, but imagine at the time when it's the 70s and this man Eddie Van Halen's on the scene. Everyone's playing, the blues, rock and roll, but you got this man tapping away. Everyone must have been like, "What on earth is that? Have you seen him?" Like he's you can't deny he's on the Richter scale of the gods of guitar, because in his sector of genre, it's ultimate. He's mastered it. Now, yeah, do you know what? I don't even want to. It's insane. Not my kind of music though. Not my kind of style. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't like the sound of it. That's why I think I've never learned it myself. Don't get it twisted. I wouldn't ever be able to learn it to that scale. But I've never learned the basics of tapping because it's just never done anything for me. I've always preferred that, classic rock and roll. I do like the kind of David Gilmour melodic solo stuff. But that's just a personal preference, guys. We've all got one. What do you guys think of Eddie Van Halen? I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you love him. So don't give me no hate for my opinion. I apologies. But listen, I give credit where credit is due. He's amazing. If you've liked this video, please subscribe, because I got plenty more where this came from. Loads of different artists we'll be covering on this channel. By the way, I'm going to love yous and leave you with my latest song from my band RAYGO Bloom. This is called Letters. Full video is pinned in the comments below. Peace!
I didn't have to read it, I knew what it would say. Your time is up, boy, it's time for war. I knew what the letter would say before it hit the floor. Before I knew fight for your country, and don't you ask why. And we'll call you a hero if you happen to die.
RAYGO Blue! RAYGO Blue! Yeah! RAYGO Blue!
Welcome to my Patreon. I thought today we'd react to let's do some exclusive stuff, you know what I mean, for you little legends only. I want you guys to tell me if this song sucks. If it does, it's gone forever.
Joe's seen something he likes. Call it
Me
the old
like it.
squatting up bosh.